And today I'm going to make some more dice coasters. Since I misplaced my first set, I ordered a second. And unfortunately they were all squished up in the package. So they're not entirely flat. The holder's kind of bent, but see what I can do. I think I'm going to go super black and super sparkly on these. Thinking I might use the big chunky black glitter. I tried doing a trick that I saw online about using double-sided tape to tape your molds down if one of them's like kind of bent. Yeah, the double-sided tape doesn't want to stick to anything. It doesn't want to stick to the coasters. Just barely even stuck to me. So yeah, there's that. I am over summer. Literally, it's been so freaking humid and hot. But that's what I get for living in the Midwest. Thinking I might put a drop of glue in here to keep the glitter from completely sinking. But then again, the backs will be covered, so does it matter? No, probably not. I do think I'm going to go back to the resin that I usually use. So I've tried this. I've hit with I think each project there's been a little spot that hasn't cured, and it's I mean it's like in the middle or something. So go back to the tried and true. I guess I don't really need to add the glue to it because I don't need the sparkles on the top. Okay, that's better. Go ahead and spray these. I'm gonna do the holder first. Always get some in there, mostly so I can get some of the resin out, so it's easier to hold. Yeah, this is going to I'll have to form that after it's done curing. After I take it out, I'll put some old coasters in it to keep it round like it's supposed to be. That's the one thing about Let's Resin molds is they usually don't come all squished up in a package where they're almost unusable. I may go ahead and add some more glitter on top of these. Oops. That's because it theoretically should sink down. especially the ones that, since I'm going to have to add more to all of them, it'll spread. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, that's when I had the piece of tape on. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be that's, damn it. Pardon my language. Okay, maybe that'll go. Not looking like my day. Yep. Okay, and there goes that one. All over the place. Okay, so I got too much in this one. Apparently. I am covered in resin now. My hands are. Oh boy. Is it too late to just go back to bed? Okay, now that one's going to be bent. I'll bend it up, which does not make me very happy. If I can find the baggiest firewood coasters, I'll make one of those. Or I'll just make a little skull. Find my other bat. Do a couple bats with a little bit of that left. Okay, this one is still flowing all over everywhere. This is this one. And this might almost be my biggest mess ever. Yeah, I don't. Let me put this back so it's not hanging out in the front. And I got a piece of stuff on that. I could have done a turtle with everything that's fallen off my and it's come off the out of the cups. See if there's enough for him. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, yeah. Let's see if I can scoop some of this up for the turtle. Maybe not. But anyway, it's not like I won't do black again. So here is my lovely mess for today, and I shall see you next time. Okay, I'm going to unmold the black glitter dice coasters. I did not, this is 2 days after I made them. Since I had made such a mess, and I didn't have the whatever to deal with it yesterday, so I didn't demold anything, I didn't make anything. Fortunately, the mess on the mat was a little easier to clean up than I anticipated. So it's still the second messiest thing I've done. The first would be the time I did not get the resin fully mixed, and I tried to move them, or the resin was mixed, but the water I was heating the cup of resin in leaked, and I didn't just toss it, so I had to I went ahead and used it and had to get resin off of everything, and it took a few weeks to get it off the molds even, and one of them is still stained from it. Of course, it was a big item, because that's how I roll. I'll trim these off before I do anything with them. I'll trim them, yeah. I'll trim them in the edges. I first have to see if they're salvageable. Okay, there's all of those. Here's the little skull. I want you the skull nice and glittery. I've got 2 bats that should also be glittery, but not so much. I think they're almost too thin for the glitter to really show. Okay, now comes the fun part. And so I'm sitting here wondering, given how much computer RAM prices have gone up, if I could still, if I had RAM that would work with my newer devices, I could steal from one and put in another. I need to research that, because I was dumb and didn't get the memory like for my regular Mac back 10 years ago when I should have. And now it's so exorbitant in price. And so I've also learned that when I have to get my laptop fixed first, but then I will start saving towards one that I can kind of, maybe not necessarily max it out, but get like a 2 or 3 terabyte, get a 2 or 3 terabyte hard drive, and get at least 16 gig of RAM. Like for that, I mean, it'll be at least a year. But actually, I could go down to maybe, I don't know if picking it up at, never mind. I guess I was thinking that I could go pick it up during the tax-free weekend. But if I order it online, I don't think that's going to matter. I pretty much plan on getting it refurbished. I'll get a refurbished machine. Okay, there we go. Here is the holder. Nice and glittery, except on the sides where it's not. There's a speck of white on there. Okay, I'll go ahead and flip all the coasters over. They're nice and glittery too, but they're also messy on the edges. So I will see you next time.